Alright guys, this is Rival Wex here, and what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be taking a look at the beta leveling realm. It's realm 03, and if you come over here on the side, you can actually change the realm, and you can see that we actually have another leveling realm that's not open yet, which is for PvP, and then we got a couple that are for Betamax level PvE and Betamax level PvP. I don't know if the Betamax is a reference to Beta versus VHS way back in the day, but you know, either way, Betamax. That'll probably open up a little bit later. They've kind of just given us this intro that you saw during BlizzCon, where we went through and we were able to play through the starting zones a little bit. And that's basically what we have here. Is we've just got the starting zone open for our Demon Hunter. Now, as you see here on the screen right now, I've actually already leveled up through 100 with this guy. The leveling process in and of itself only gets up to about 95, or it gets about halfway through 99, so you get about 99 and a half. And I went ahead and I was grinding out up to 100 just to see if the other talents would pop, and they actually did, so that was pretty interesting to see too. But what we're going to look at now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create another character. So you can see the character creation screen. I'm going to create a female Night Elf because I do have my male Night Elf here, and I've already done that. So I'll just play through again, and what we're going to do is we're going to go through the starting experience one more time. And as we get through that, I'll read through the quests and give you a really detailed explanation, because most of the stuff out there you see, it's just people playing through it on Twitch or they're posting their YouTube videos, and it's not really detailed. I'm going to read through each one of the quests and go over each one of the abilities too. But what this video is, we're just going to go through the actual character creation process. After we've done that, I'll make another video, I'll post another video actually showing the gameplay, and we'll go through and work through the quests with that. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and start our character creation here. And like I said, I'm going to start with a female Night Elf. Now, if you look at this screen right here, you can see that they've only got the Demon Hunter open over here on the side, which is fine. If you go to something else, like say that I wanted to create a druid or something like that, you can see it'll actually highlight a druid here, but if you go through customize and you actually create your character, what ends up happening is it doesn't actually show up in your character list. So I've tried to get it to actually let me create these, because I made a druid, a moonkin druid for the most part, in live WoW. So I wanted to see what kind of talents I get to there, but they haven't opened that up just yet. So we just have our demon hunter that's up right here. So let's go ahead and make one of these guys, or these ladies I suppose, and customize one of them. Alright, so as you can see over here on the left, there's actually a lot more customization that's going to be available to Demon Hunters than there is for the, basic World of Warcraft character you create now. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, and we've got some of the same things like the skin color and face, hairstyle and hair color, and markings, but then you also get to do tattoos and horn style and blindfolds. So let's go ahead and start with that. And now, over here on the right side, you've got your skin colors. Alright, now, one thing I've noticed is that they do give you the original skin colors for each one of these. So if you wanted to make them look as much like a regular Night Elf as possible without having any kind of demonic skin tones or anything like that, you can go through and actually make them look fairly neutral. I mean, if you start with these faces, and you can actually remove the blindfolds, if you go up to the top here and see, you can actually make them look pretty darn normal. Now, they're still going to have horns, but I think there's actually a no horn option. Let's see. Yeah, look, there's even a no horn option. So, I mean, you can make these look as traditional Night Elf as possible, or Blood Elf, male or females too. So, but what's the fun in that, right? So, let's go ahead and start with our skin color that we have over here. So, I'm going to go down, and as we get further down on the list, I'm not sure exactly where it starts. You can see they start getting darker and darker, and as you get towards the bottom, there's actually some that actually have skin variations. Let's see, which one do I want to go with? Let's go with this lighter one here so we can see a little bit more detail on the actual face that we're going to be trying to pick here. So let's flip through these faces. Oh, those are pretty creepy, like dark purple eyes. They're kind of all zoned out. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different options here. And see, there's a little bit of crackling going on in the face right there, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, if you're going to be demonic a little bit, and you got a little green on the sides there for this one right here. A couple spotting and whatnot. So I think I'm going to go with this little green because I'd like it to match the tattoos on the body. As far as hairstyle goes, I think most of these are traditional Night Elf that you've seen in the past. So you've got your pony, and then your short haircuts and things along those lines. So I'll flip through these so you can get an idea what they look like. All right, because most of the time, as you know, you're going to be staring at it from behind. Doesn't matter what it looks like in the front, because 99.5% of your gameplay, you're going to be looking at it from behind. So, and you can see there's actually some pretty bad clipping that takes place on some of these haircuts. I mean, this is pretty awful, right? I mean, as you're looking at this, look, and it just kind of went around. So I don't know if that's just a bug. I'm assuming. It's kind of funny when you look at it and see what's actually happening there. So, all right, and then we got a short haircut like this, and then one long pony out front like this. So let's see. Let's go with. I actually think I'm gonna go with this haircut right here. I think that looks pretty good. All right, now as far as colors concerned, okay, all the traditional Night Elf colors looks pretty sick and white actually as you go through here. And same thing here, your tattoos change too with your hair color, so that's similar to the way it was before. Or the face tattoos, face markings, sorry. The tattoos are going to be on the body. So, let's go with the dark one, just to kind of follow the theme of Legion, where everything's demonic and dark. Now, as far as tattoos, let's start back up at the top here. We've got, from 1, we've got this guy right here, that one. Alright, so a lot of these guys are the same. Actually, I think they may all be the same for the most part. Yeah, and then down here there's actually one with none. You can see like she's got a little bit more wrinkles in her face too, also with this like demonic face. She's been through some stuff, you know. You can definitely tell she's been through some stuff. Let me go ahead and go with, I actually really like this one for Demon Hunter. I think it looks sick, so we're going to go with that. Now with tattoos, I'm going to start at the top and kind of go through these. Now as you see here, you can see that she's in her ribcage and whatnot. She's got, for her skin tone, you can see that there's actually a little bit of like cracking and you know, on her chiseled abs that she's got there. You can see it on her arms too, around each here. So that has to do with the skin tone. So if we go back up to the actual skin color and we flip through it, see it's on the darker ones, but then it's smooth through these upper ones. So see, you got that nice six-pack right there. But as you come down, you know, you start getting more and more crackly and whatnot. So let's go with the crackled abs right there. Now for the tattoos, you can start right here. You don't have any tattoos at all, so you can go with that. Or you can go with these bright green ones, which are pretty sick. They actually kind of match the Warglaives you're starting with, which looks really cool. Okay, so those guys right there, so I'll go all the way around so you can get a good idea. Because they do look different from behind. They're not just a change in color, they actually change the shape of them as well, which is pretty neat. So you can see these are more Illidan traditional color tattoos that you have right here. Or what I would consider traditional. You know, I'm sure there's tons of opinions out there that are different than mine, so... And then we got some purple ones, which is actually very Night Elf, I think. I think it looks very cool for Night Elf females. But then again, Illidan is a Night Elf too, right? And his is bright green, so... Or his are bright green, so... That's also something else to consider. Let's see what else we got here. Alright. These are a little bit more kind of all over the place. A little bit more tattoos down the arms. Got some full sleeves going on. Got some red ones. So as you can see, you can really match your color schemes. And I'm not sure if, like, in the barbershop later on, I know you can change your hair color and all that stuff now, and your eyes and whatnot. You can change like your facial hair if you're male, and you can change your markings on your face if you're a female Night Elf. So I'm assuming that you'll probably be able to change your tattoos. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I would guess that. When we get actually more access to the beta itself and not this alpha, when we actually play through a little bit, I'll go through all of that stuff as well, and we can take a look at that. Alright, and then down here we've got black. Okay, so black's pretty cool. I'm not sure how to actually show up through everything. So let's see, which one do I like the best? Let's go with, I'm going to go with the traditional right here. I kind of like the way that looks. I don't know, those are pretty cool too. Man, it's always a tough decision. But since this is an alpha character and I don't have to live with it forever, we're just going to pick this one right here. Now, for horn styles that we have up here, so again, you don't have to have any horns at all. Then we've got the big Illidari horns, looking like Illidan, best you can. Alright, we've got some, point out a little bit further, or point forward a little bit there. Some really tall ones. Okay. And these guys right here, those are pretty cool too. They're kind of a little bit smaller. They're like a small version of the Illidan. Then you got the little tiny ones, right, if you don't like them, but you want just a little bit of evil poking out of your head. This is a good way to go with it. And then down here, some ram-looking horns, basically, is what you got here. So I think I'm going to go with these guys right here. They look pretty cool. They're not too overbearing. They don't look quite as crazy as these guys do. These look a lot like they're kind of out of place a little bit to me, but that's everybody's opinion. They look a lot like the challenge mode set for the Warlocks from Mists of Pandaria. Okay, that's what they kind of look like to me. A little bit different color, of course, but they kind of have the same shape. So I'm going to go with these guys because I think they look cool. And now to the blindfolds. Alright, so this is where you gotta have a lot of customization with these. And what I found interesting is that as I was leveling up on my other Demon Hunter, is that when I got a new headpiece from doing the quests, it actually showed me having a different blindfold on when I equipped a different headpiece. So I'm assuming you're going to be able to transmog these and change these as much as you can. We'll see though how that goes, how that comes out. So you got these really cool glowy green eyes too. So we've got these normal Night Elf eyes, which are pretty cool. They're bright green. And by the way, I've noticed that sometimes as I'm flipping through each one of these graphics, they kind of like change a little bit. I think they're a little buggy. So some of these may not be exactly final on the way they're going to look. So we've got these right here, which are pretty cool, glowing green eyes. They're pretty evil looking too. And then we've got these, which are literally glowing. You can see the fel oozing out. And then we've got this more, I guess, you know, more of a veil. We got this as a veil as well. This guy right here. And I don't think there's too much you can see from behind, so it's just basically going to be on the front. We got that. That looks pretty cool. Then we've got traditional blindfolds. This looks like something they picked up at the CVS down the road, right? Just kind of wrap their face in some sports wrap. That's what it looks like to me. Then we got some Raphael going on with some red. We got some brown, or some brownish green, I guess. And then a couple other ones. So you can see there, a lot of them are similar in their actual shape and form, but they just got a little variation in color. So I think I'm gonna skip the CVS, but this one looks pretty cool on her, so I'm gonna go with that. All right. So as you can see, she looks pretty cool, you know, as we look around, you know. And one thing I've really noticed, I really like the animations. I've played through each one of the characters as well. I kind of created each one of them and played through them, and I really like the way the Night Elf female actually moves and does her attacks. It's very cool. I like the Night Elf males too, and when live comes, I'll probably play a Night Elf male for sure because I main a Night Elf male, and I just love their lore, so I'll definitely be playing one of them. I was really excited they're putting these in. But yeah, I definitely like her. So let's go ahead and, you know what, we're gonna call her Foxy, all right, because she is, right. So she looks really cool. Definitely something I could get behind playing, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna love the customization that you can do on here. You know, and if you don't like my choices, well, you can make your own. So that's what's cool about this. There's a lot to look at. So let's go ahead and finish this. All right, and there's Foxy. My other character on here, his name is Rival, and if you didn't see him, that's what he looks like. So that's after you've leveled up. He looks totally awesome, right? The cloak's a little out of place, but not too bad. But it definitely looks cool. And so that brings us to the end of the video for creation here for our Night Elf. I'll probably make one for each one of them in and of themselves. So we'll go through each one of these two, but this is going to be our first one. We're going to play through again, and in the next video we're going to go through and we're going to play through each one of the quests and leveling up process, which actually doesn't take that long. It's pretty short, so for the most part. It's not as long as the DK one. At least not, it doesn't feel as long. Okay, things can change, of course. So, all right, guys, so until next time, I'll see you later.